get ready to light it up tonight.
Visit the ticket booth on your way out. Don't miss these special deals while they're still around. Trailblazers tickets are always up on great value.
We hope to see you again. Visit us online or at the ticket booth for availability of any future Trailblazers tickets.
The National Basketball Association and the Portland Trailblazers are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court, or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations of these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue,
oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That incredible performance was from Skylar Cole, singing our national anthem.
This for my city, this for the top, this for the win, this for the win, this for the crown, this for the crown, this for my homies and bitches, they know that I love them, I got them all holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city, this for my city. We thank you for coming, we thank you for coming.
Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sideline. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You take a look at the Trailblazers. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, the Clippers. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And when you look at the Clippers, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectation. But I think this team could take it to another level if they get rolling.
Here are the five for the Clippers. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Harden out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Trailblazers, Wingan is out there with Deni Avdija. Then it's Henderson. Then there's Red Hot. And it's Kamare in at the three, the small forward. Greg, midway into this season, sometimes a team can get hot and turn it on. What are some of the causes of that?
You know, often teams can reach that tipping point with how they play. It all comes together in a hurry, and they make a run. But that's the exception, Kevin, not the rule.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. A three from Leonard. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
You see the competitor in Leonard matching the three from the other end.
Here's Coffee. And the Trailblazers, another three.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to Coffee. We're about 1 minute into the first. And again, it's Portland with the three.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Bogdanovich. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. LA's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Leonard. Portland grabs the miss.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively, 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. This one for 3, and the Trailblazers, another 3.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, they played with outstanding energy, communicated well, and were very disruptive defensively.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at Atlanta, they've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
I think right now for Portland, they continue to obliterate expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
Now, here is Harden. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Brooklyn.
Yeah, and how about his assist numbers, too? He was their offense. He was just doing everything out there.
And this is why Bogdanovich has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him. 12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And here's Harden, following the 3 from Red Hot. Here's Bogdanovich. Good, it's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists tonight.
Showing off his inside game, Bogdan is an all-around scorer.
Here's Coffey. And he's good on the 3-ball. Coffey's got 21.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Clippers trail by 13. Bogdanovich with it. He has 5. Powell kicks to Bogdanovich. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
I was able to talk with Chauncey Billups for a minute. Well, he's worried about a number of issues, and front and center, James Harden. He said James will dissect you. It's hard to speed him up and hard to slow him down. He's their catalyst. But he thinks if they do a good job on Harden, they have a good shot at winning. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Here's Coffey. Turned in an outstanding game against Brooklyn.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Outside Leonard. Bogdanovich wide open. Los Angeles with another miss.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Coffey. He's got 21. Here's Kamara. Good on the triple.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Checked in for Klingon. And then for Los Angeles, Derek Jones, he's checked in for Zubac. And it's Ben Simmons in for Bogdanovich. In the corner, Harden. Pass to Powell. They need this. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Inside. Here's Avdia. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Line for 2, Denny Avdia.
And he can't get the first one. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
And he sinks the second. Here's Leonard. His last outing, he had 24 points. Shoots over Avdia. And it's Leonard missing.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Here's Coffey. 21 points in the game. Ayton kicks to Avdia. 6 on the shot clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. For 3, Henderson, and the 3 ball is good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Powell. No scoring in this one. Screen by Jones. Here's Leonard. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Ayton finds Avdia. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for Portland. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Coffey. It's Henderson on the wing. And another three for Portland.
Such a confident young man. Scoot just goes for it.
They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
Here's Coffey. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Leonard looking around. That one doesn't drop. Gets it off. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Oh, man, that's like stealing 3 points. Big time finish to the quarter.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Trailblazers?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And I really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
They've got Ayton. Avdia out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Henderson. And it's Coffey in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Red Hot was indeed hot in the last game against the Nets. Put on a show. He finished with 66 points, and to no one's surprise, he was dialed in from deep. The numbers he put up were really impressive, and he's somebody everybody loves watching. Guys, back to you.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
And it's the Clippers with the ball after the Trailblazers pick up two. Here's Dunn. The rebound by Grant. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Stan on the floor tonight. One of the best two-way players in the game, Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, Kevin, look. He's become a knockdown three-point shooter, but he also does a great job of putting the ball on the floor, attacking the basket, and getting to the free throw line. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. So for the Trailblazers, Klingon, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Williams comes in for Avdia. And it's Simons in for Henderson. The Clippers also making some changes. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Amir Coffey. And it's Bogdanovich in for Dunn. Hey, Stan, the last few decades, we've seen the three become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is, and teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the three spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the three is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner three.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Coffey. 26 points for him. Simons from outside. And the Trailblazers, another three.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Bogdanovich, that's for two. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Bogdanovich has got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's Coffey. Pass to Williams. Simons with the ball. Guarded by Simmons. Williams with the ball. And he uses the glass on the layup. Williams has got his first basket.
Well, that's muscling your way in. Williams doing some heavy lifting inside.
Outside, Simmons. Jones kicks to Simmons. Here's Bogdanovich. No good with the triple.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
And it's Klingon with the jam.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Klingon looks to slam that one down whenever he gets a chance.
Outside, Bogdanovich. And Leonard has it in the corner. Back to Bogdanovich. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Bogdanovich has got 12 points in the game.
Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the second, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
Here's Coffey. Pass to Simons. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And here's Portland. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Coffey. Here's Klingon. Zubac's defending.
2 minutes.
Here's Coffey. Pass to Simons. Here's Klingon. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Klingon's got 4 points this quarter.
And what's scary about Klingon, he's still learning how to score around the rim. Donovan will only get better.
Here's Zubac. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 5 rebounds tonight. Down low. Good, nice job down low.
And Klingon uses his size well and just bullies his way through the defense.
Simmons passes to Zubac. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. No good on that one.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Now here's Leonard. Simmons sets a screen for Leonard. And again, unable to change momentum here. Portland's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. To the inside, but Trailblazers working the ball around now. Grant the pass to Coffey. Back to Simons. Over Simmons. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers able to put on a show for the ages. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this.
and we welcome you to halftime. First order of business, time to take stock of the All-Star voting.
Well, at the start of the voting, the leaders are the guys that everyone already knows. As you go along, usually new guys into the mix.
Every year, it's a compelling story. Those guys who weren't expected to make an all-star impact doing just that. And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Trailblazers.
The three-point chances have been there for them, and they've taken advantage.
Just watching the game, not even looking at the scoreboard, you can tell they're the better team tonight by a mile. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Red Hot has really been making it happen, guys.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
And Los Angeles guys shooting just 31% in the game. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Bogdan Bogdanovic is out there with Harden, and it's Zubac in at the center position. And the Trailblazers with possession here, following Bogdan Bogdanovic's three-point attempt. Back to Henderson. And again, it's Portland converted.
And credit Henderson's teammate, they got him the ball right on time.
Harden kicks to Powell. To the paint, here's Leonard. And the basket is good. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Back to Harden. Fires from deep. Bangs home the trifecta. Harden's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Oh, the rare catch and shoot from Harden, showing it's still in his bag.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor. And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at him. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
Now, here's Bogdanovic. 15 points in the game. Here's Coffey, guarded by Harden. Henderson left side. Pass to Coffey. Just 5 to shoot. Avdia, the pass to Coffey. For 3, Henderson hands it from downtown. Henderson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Bogdanovic. Powell for 3. It's hauled in by Coffey. Coffey's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Avdia. In the corner, Henderson with it. Here's Coffey. Zubac defending. Back to Henderson. Releases. And another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Harden the pass to Powell.
Don't let him shoot that.
Outside Leonard. Back to Bogdanovic. No good again that time. For Portland, they've gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Here's Leonard after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Connects from three-point range. Leonard's got 8.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Pass to Avdia. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Kamare. And again, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
Outside Leonard. Zubats with the screen for Leonard. No good with the wing jumper. The Trailblazers have gone an unbelievable 8 of 8 shooting since halftime. Must have been some kind of pep talk in that locker room. Outside Bogdanovic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Avdia, the pass to Coffey. To the middle. Here's Kamara. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen. The best three-point shooter, or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA, and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
Here's Leonard. Benny Avdia making his last shot. Back to Harden. Los Angeles with another miss. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Here's Leonard. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. Zubats a screen on Avdia. Basket counts. Leonard's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, he was scuffling with this shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
Pass to Coffey. Henderson outside. No good on the triple. The Clipper shooting is leaving something to be desired, just 36% here in the third quarter. Here's Powell. The Trailblazers pull it in. Klingen's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Powell, no one around him. His three-pointers off the mark. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Trailblazers out in front, running away with it. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Grant is out there with Jabari Walker. Then it's Rob Williams. Then it's Sharp, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Ben Simmons. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Is such a great scorer. Simons can carry an offense for a stretch. Now he's working on the night-to-night consistency.
And Simons drops them both. And Los Angeles guys shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. Leonard inside, guarded by Walker, and Leonard gets it to go.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
Williams sets a screen for Simons. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Outside, Simmons. Outside, Leonard. Hits the three-point bomb. Leonard's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
Williams finds Simons. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them. Outside for Simmons. Outside Leonard. Simmons sets a screen for Leonard. Hit the tip. The rebound by Simons. And here are the Blazers. Pass to Sharp. A second chance effort. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. They get it again. Jones for 3. That shot misses. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. And here's Sharp. Williams kicks to Simons. Pass to Sharp. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Ray, you think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Powell, he's checked in for Chris Dunn. Now, here's Grant. Pass to Simons. That one, no good. Simmons with the defensive effort. Outside Leonard. And here's Jones. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And James Harden has subbed in for Ben Simmons. Simons against Harden. Floats one up. Excellent D there from Williams.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now, here's Walker. Simons on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Harden. Portland, no good that time either.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Back to Jones. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Now, here's Sharp. Harden missing his last shot. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And for Portland, their shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable. Outside, Simons. Williams a screen to stop the drought. Jump shot is good that time.
It took a little time for Simons to kind of come into his own, but now he's playing with supreme confidence.
Harden dishes to Jones. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Defended by Sharp. The shot by Powell, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Sharp, the pass to Williams. Williams, a screen on Harden. Here's Simons. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Zubac, a screen on Sharp. A 3 from Bogdanovich. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Pass to Sharp. 3-pointer, Simons. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Williams. Grant outside. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Simons. Oh, what a jam! Simons!
And how about the explosiveness of Simons? Man, can he get up and finish with power?
Here's Powell, and he lays it straight in. Powell's got his first points of the night.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Trailblazers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Red Hot.
Well, what an unselfish display from him tonight. Sharing the ball, creating for others, just beautiful basketball.
And he makes the first.
And you know, few guys play their role better than Bogdanovich. And by that, I mean he's often exceeding expectations and giving his squad more than they asked for.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Kamar is checked in, and it's Red Hot in for Shaedon Sharp. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. 58 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Here's Coffey. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Coffey's got 31.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Harden the pass to Leonard. Inside, here's Powell. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Now here's Leonard after the miss from Red Hot. Bogdanovich, no luck. Fires for 3, and the Trailblazers another 3.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that about wraps it up. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. See you next time.